much can a koala bear?
The Escape Pod.
Welcome to Turnstyle Records Presents The Escape Pod. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco.
And I'm Sean Enough.
I was going to come in and say, welcome to another episode of TSRP TEP.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to.
I tried to get that going early on.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard, even when you have to read it.
Turnstyle Records
Presents
The Escape Pod.
EP.
It's very wordy. It's mouthy.
It is, but we're not doing it for anybody else apart from ourselves.
That's right.
So that's all that really matters.
Hate to interrupt, fellas, but I've
Hello.
We're doing it for ourselves.
I've spilt a couple of drops of Sampelli Aqua Minerale.
Well, we've got a leakage emergency. I'll get onto that. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Do we just banter for a bit? We'll riff.
Yeah, I'll go get a rag.
How are you finding the space chair, Sean Enough?
Yeah, it's really good. I was going to say, all right, I've got rid of him now. Down to business. No, I really have nothing. No, the space chair is excellent. Excellent. Just so listeners know, I'm sitting on quite an avant-garde style setup here. It's something inspired by the Eames generation, I think. Has that 70s appeal.
Yeah, if you go onto eBay and you buy yourself one of those chairs, you type in Eames era chair.
Yeah,
it's like a white. It's like a quarter of a Mork from Mork chair.
Definitely.
It's like an enlarged teacup with missing a section.
And I don't think you were really ready for the way it's weighted, because you went to lean over and then your agua went all over you and your crutch is still wet.
Yeah,
it is. Oh, is that what that's from?
Yeah, that's not the mineral water. But yeah, no, it's a great chair, and I like the era of
Eames
design, the Eames era. I like the Eames recliner and all the technologies they brought to furniture production.
Well, that's I themed my house out to a retro chic theme. Definitely.
Definitely. I like that theme. I think it's good. Gives you that take acid and listen to Pink Floyd effect.
Sure does.
That's Architecture Corner.
There it is.
Yeah.
So
I went to a comedy show last night.
Oh, really?
Melbourne, My Melbourne, I'm calling this segment.
Okay.
Just to bring it back to Melbourne.
Yep.
Melbourne Comedy Festival. Haven't really been to many festival shows. I do go to see comedy from time to time, but it's always in a theatre.
So where'd you go?
The Comics Lounge.
Oh, it's in a club
Scenario. And on the big poster there, they've got Jerry Seinfeld and Chappelle. And
all the people you will not be seeing?
Yeah, pretty much. But from the 90s or 2000s. And it's,
beyond.
It's very dated, and all their fonts are very comical.
That's all right.
Comic Sans.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah, I know the font well.
There. Bit dated, but great club, great place to see comedy. I highly recommend going out, getting yourself some tickets to see some comedy.
Is it a sit and eat kind of deal, or is you just get drinks?
We're on table 20 with 6 random people.
Yep.
Did you get called out at all? Table 20.
It wasn't bingo.
Okay.
No, we didn't. But they did serve popcorn, Tim, for the food aspect of it.
Okay.
Excellent.
But saw Ari Sharif.
That'll do.
Ari?
Sharif.
Yeah, so he was doing his Wandering Jew tour. So he was an Orthodox Jew, and he's not anymore.
There you go.
More of a...
hedonist.
Yeah, drug addict comedian. So.
Yeah, okay.
I also saw, I caught some comedy for the comedy festival. I wanted to see Arnie Donna, their classic new act, and but they're blowing up, and the tickets kept selling out, so I missed it. So I went to see someone. Let's say, I'm not going to name names because, to be quite frank, the performance was terrible.
Are you disappointed?
Disappointed. Like you were saying earlier, how like the fact that our show may or may not allegedly lack direction, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
they kind of did the same thing, but when you're at a professional
level
comedy gala festival event thing, and you're going in with we've worked on nothing, but that's our thing. It kind of
so don't toy with your budget. Don't toy with my budget. That's what I always say.
But anyways, like, hey, love good comedy, great. I love a good laugh, and get out in amongst it, like you say, because there's some brilliant acts out there, and it can really lighten the load of today's days.
Yeah.
So you were disappointed.
I was disappointed. It was a rough performance.
Did you get a laugh? Because isn't that at the end of the day, it's like, well, did you get a laugh? Well, yeah.
I did get a few laughs, actually.
Well, our job here is done.
But this poor fella, he's done more comedy festivals than anybody else. And it was almost like the festival circuit was trying to give him the old heave-ho. He was above another club, which was owned by the same residents. And they turned on their music. And in this club was like notable comedy names, festival names such as i.e. Charlie Pickering. Right. And those sort of likes, you know.
Ilk, yep.
And the music got louder and louder and louder, and this poor old chap was trying to do his show. And he had some form. He maintained form, but, geez, it was pretty hard. But
what night was it on?
It was on a Saturday night.
Yeah, because I went in on a Tuesday night. Weird vibe on a Tuesday night, but... a very particular crew, like it's Jewish-based comedy.
Yep.
And that's what the tour is about, is religion and all that, and being a Jew and whatnot. So it was heavily Jew-based audience.
Yep.
So it was loaded. It was preloaded with a good crowd, ready to laugh, even though it was a Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday
I think you've got to
night?
be careful about that.
I
think you've got to be careful about
Careful.
who you're seeing, where,
I was gonna say,
and what night.
Like you say, careful. But I was going to say, lucky it wasn't a Friday, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to see over all the funny hats.
I see what you did there. Is that racist?
Yeah, well, it's not.
It's
It's not at all.
racism. No? No, it isn't.
Seinfeld would have done it.
No, but you can say, is that racist after every single thing, can't you?
Yeah, I guess so. That's racist, Tim.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was saying he is Jewish, but he's and still a Jew. Like he can be you can be a race and a religion at the same time.
Okay, so he's Jew-ish.
It's weird though.
Yeah.
You don't, as he says, you can't pick a Catholic out of a lineup, but you can pick out a Jew. That was his joke.
Okay.
Anyway,
so you weren't disappointed though.
No, I laughed the entire time. He's
that's good.
He's hilarious. But what got my goat, Tim?
Oh, we're going to go straight into
Might
that.
as well.
Okay, so we're out of Melbourne, my Melbourne.
Yeah, well, the Melbourne, my Melbourne's go and see a show
Before it's over.
Yeah, and make sure you do your due diligence.
Yeah.
You know, go and check it. Make sure you're at a good club, someone you like.
Yeah,
you know, because it's an expensive night out. You know,
but it's a tough gig. You know, show some love for the people out there doing it.
Oh yeah,
I sometimes go see some open mic stand up comedy down the road. They do a free open mic down there on a Thursday night, and you know, admittedly, some of it's pretty bad, but some of it's pretty clever. It's pretty good. And Jesus, you know, played a lot of shows musically, and that's to some seems like hard work, but that seems like nothing to me than getting up compared to getting up and trying to tell a bunch of jokes.
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Well, a friend of ours, 1-6, is on the circuit this year.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
So he's
Show
usually
some love.
a music person, musician.
And he's trying out his
Well, he's always had that stand-up quality to his shows. So it was always funny to watch his shows because it's
like a Rodney Rude
a bit of
or
music in between all the funny stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Yeah.
Like more like Weird Al Yankovic. No, not at all. His music, mate, is class.
Yeah, there you go. That's Melbourne, my Melbourne. But what got my goat was the hecklers, the table of hecklers.
Oh, okay.
Not so much heckling, but very excited to be there and a little drunk. And
Too happy.
Probably their first show that they've seen.
Right.
Clapping at the wrong time, very loudly. One of the dudes was like, he shouted out something about Joe Rogan. And if you don't know who Joe Rogan is, there's a whole crew of these comedians that all hang out together.
What does Joe Rogan do?
He does the world's most famous podcast.
Oh, podcast.
And he's a stand-up comedian.
Yep.
And,
he does UFC announcing, doesn't he?
That's right. But
Just
so
joking, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Joe Rogan
they were
is-
yelling out.
They
They were yelling out Joe Rogan and I love you, Ari, and just it was getting under my collar. Like I was death staring because he was only a table away, and I was trying to stare through his brain to make him turn around so that he could see the disgusted look on my face.
Yeah. So you're a
It was
laugh.
taking me out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's the fourth wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
The audience is the fourth wall in that
Yes.
situation. Well, every situation.
You've paid, so you don't do the comedy. He does the comedy.
Yeah.
if he asks a question, you're allowed to shout something out.
Did they?
That's the rules.
For both of the shows you went to, did they give the old "don't film, don't record"?
No,
turn your
not at
phones
all.
off business?
This artist would have probably been excited if someone was bothering to film it.
Okay.
Well, this bloke I was trying to death stare, mind meld, was he got called out for that. He was at the start, turn your phones off, and then he was trying to take a photo but he was so pissed that he left a flash on. So he tries to take a photo. Ari goes, try it without the flash, man. It's the little button on the left, you know. And then about 30 seconds later, the dumbass has done it again. And he's going, mate, like,
stop it.
It's no flash.
Yeah.
What are you
So
doing?
that gets you goat as well. Then
That got my goat.
that added to the goat, the previous goat.
Oh, the goat was building because there was an incident before at the restaurant or the pub.
All right, enlighten us.
Well, I think that's feelings. Are we in feelings? My feelings.
No, I think we're still in.
What's my goat?
What gets my goat? I can add something to it. Why don't you come back to that story?
I will.
What's got your goat, Tim?
Well, I was in the Pule shop today.
The swimming pool.
The swimming pool.
What do you need a pool for? You got one?
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't buying one. I was trying to fix one. My one, ironically, because the old filter pump, blowy water pumpy thing,
It's never ending with this
stopped.
thing, Tim.
Yeah, but that's so. I worked it out. It was 10 years. They give you 10 years. So the first thing that gets my goat is
warranty.
they have the warranty worked out to the year.
Yeah.
That shits me. I really hate that.
Yeah. Engineered obsolescence is called that for a reason.
Yeah, but
it's
10
finally
years
engineered.
ago, were they doing that 10 years ago, or is that kind of a new thing?
I think within the last, you could say
Yeah,
so.
man. That's only like 2008. So things were corrupt then.
Yeah,
That's
already
you're
fucked.
thinking again that 10 years ago is 1990. And we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
10 years ago is not 1990.
No, it
That's
isn't.
right. You're talking about it like of some distant age, and I've almost fell into that trap. But when you put it like that, everyone had iPhones by then. So engineered obsolescence was well and truly invented.
Okay,
Because you got to think,
they've worked it out.
Put it into perspective. The Uber driver, we were having a chat, and I was saying smoking came up indoors somehow, and I remember people smoking in Chadstone Shopping Centre in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's how far.
When I was DJing the Grand, there was still smoking in there. I used to dread going to play there because of the smoke.
40 a day.
It was just like full on, man.
a pack a day, man.
But,
Sorry, that was a sidebar.
Playing up, and just as a sidebar with the smoking inside thing, the vapes come June, come July, you're not allowed to smoke the vapes inside.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I just think the smoking inside thing's rude.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is.
You know what's
Even
funny?
if they
Brought
were a
up all
sponsor.
this smoking thing involved with the what's got my goat thing, because this is sort of something that I've thought about with the got my goat thing. You know, the whole smoking outdoors, how you can't do it because of the food, and so that most venues have sort of put a clear definition between where you eat and where you drink and smoke, and you can't blur it at all. But I think that that's a blatant disregard for RSA laws, because they need to be able to provide some kind of ability to eat while your patrons are drinking, because it's safe alcohol service.
RSA stands for
Responsible Service with Alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So, and also sometimes when you're out, you know, you've got a social setting, you're on the outdoors in the smoking area having a bevo, but you feel like, say, a bowl of chips just to keep you going.
Yep.
Why can't you have some finger food? You know, like, why can't we? You know, we're not here to have a meal. We're clearly within the drinking, the getting intoxicated patron.
I saw the exact sign down at the Rosebud Hotel. I was down there this week.
Really?
Just, checking out a job. Pulled in for a quick, you know.
Feed.
I was going to say pint, but it wasn't. It was a jug. No, it was just a pot. I had a pot. I was asking about where to get accommodation, and the sign was there. It was like, this area is for smoking unless during meal times.
Right.
Yep.
So that gets your goat.
Well, it just gets me goat that, you know, like, you can't have a bite to eat. I can understand that, you know, that people eating meals don't want smokers around them.
Yeah.
You know,
We're all
and I'm not
consenting
here
adults.
like fighting for the smoker variety either, because that's, you know, not me when I'm out and about either. It's just that when I'm out drinking in a social setting, I wouldn't mind access to some finger food adooberies.
Yes, I'm feeling that.
Remember the old 693 bus? that would get you to Belgrave that used to have ashtrays in the seats.
It did, didn't it?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You used to be able to smoke on the bus.
Into the 90s.
And when we went to Bali and with Mum and Dad,
Oh,
10 years ago, yeah, they were smoking on that dude was smoking a cigar on the plane. Do you remember?
2001, Garuda Indonesia flight to Europe, there was smoking at the back of the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
2001.
Bus or plane?
It was a plane. But
Yeah, I know. Gotcha. So
Fantastic.
back to what fuels my
what
goat.
you were pissed off about
the pool filter's gone, so I'm losing the pool water rapidly. It's turning green. I can't filter it. I'm gonna have to do it. Swap it over. So I've managed to get myself a new pump in time. I've connected the pipes. I've worked out plumbing with the quote. What do you call them again? Air quotes. And
Bunny ears.
so I go down there. I know exactly what I need. So I'm just looking at the O-rings that the pool shop guys got. And what it is, it's regardless of whether it's pool equipment or not. It's just when the person comes over to help you and you clearly don't need help, but you sort of say, no, I think I know what I got. Oh, so what do you need? I'm just looking at your O-rings. Oh, yeah, what kind of O-ring you after? I'm just having a look and you feel obliged to have him help you, but you don't
Were you
want to
100%
explain the whole story.
Were you
to him.
100% going to buy an O-ring?
No, I wasn't.
You didn't need. You just were checking.
I just
out
want to be
the
aware
O-rings.
that because
It's
I've been
$59 for that size.
I've been at Bun Buns and I've seen how much their elastic band things are, and I've seen how much the pool shop, peel shop, charges.
Yep.
It just gets my goat. I just want to compare. I don't want help. And when they do help you, and they don't know, they can't help you. What model is it? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. So is it? Does it start with a V or does it start with an A? Oh no, I just need an O-ring.
Oh yeah, I think I know that one.
But sorry,
that's not it.
What's happening at the peel shop compared to Bunnings is Bunnings is a warehouse style shopping experience. If you can find some help, you can get some help.
And if you can find a better price, we'll match it.
We'll match it thrice. They're about the transaction, but your peel shop is about the interaction, and that's why your O-ring.
Matters.
O-ring costs more.
Oh yeah, and it
because
matters
you're
to him
getting
to help.
service from Steve-O, I guess his name was.
Steve-O,
or
yep.
Barry or something like that
Barrow.
at the pool shop.
Yep.
You'll also find Steve and Barry at Bunnings.
And they care. Steve and Barry actually care about your pH.
They do. They
Yep.
want to know how clear. Can you see the bottom? Is a big question that I asked the pool shop.
Hot top.
Can you see the bottom?
Can you see the bottom? What type of ring were you after?
Does my butt look big in this?
Yeah.
I think that's a pool guy's way of saying that.
Well, that's to suss
see
you
the bottom?
out. Like, what terminology does this guy know? So,
Oh,
can you
does he
see the
know?
bottom?
So I can't go into a mechanic and say, I just want you to fix the defibrillator. And he knows straight away that I don't know what I'm talking about. So he goes, hey, yeah, those are about $800.
Yeah.
What you got to remember is, though, when you're talking to people that work in pool shops, you're quite often talking to pool cleaners, and they generally always speak in innuendo, i.e., I've come to clean the pool.
Oh, yeah. I'm with
That's
you.
right.
So
Yeah,
you've just
you're
got to
right.
be on your toes,
You want me to
especially when you're talking about things like
those-
O-rings.
Well, the main
scoop those
the main thing
leaves
is,
out of your filter?
I just want to know if I dump
Is that dirty?
5 liters of straight chlorine straight into the green pool, can I buy myself 3 or 4 days of it not turning any more green because it's trying to fight the chlorine?
Fight the
So he goes,
fight.
oh no, I think you might need a powder one for that, but if you're going to do a powder, you need to have the filter running, and you said the filter doesn't work. Yeah. Does that kind of help? And then we did this whole chlorine, every type, every brand circle back
life.
to the one I was holding. All right. So just that, thanks.
Yeah.
So that
I
that
wanted
got
a
my goat.
transaction, not an interaction.
Yeah,
I coined that the other night. It just came to me.
that's great.
Yeah.
Should I
Yeah, please.
officially coin?
Thanks. That pool, or peel, as the Queenslanders might say,
Yeah.
Scousers say that too.
it seems like it's costing you a lot of money. Like,
It does.
how many
Correct.
Times, how many times did you swim this last season?
Once. No. Yeah, once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah, once.
And it was a loaded question because I pretty much knew
Yeah, I
there
knew.
was no...
Well, how many times did you jump in my pool in the last 4 years?
Never.
Or
And
since 1990.
And there was an old podcast where Floyd, my dog, falls into the pool.
Oh, yeah, true.
And I was not going to jump in
No.
to save him. It was the middle of winter.
I've often thought that, would I jump into my pool if my children fell in? But I want to get the heater hooked up, so that's not a big problem.
Well, that happened to Danos. He had
It did.
He had to do
Yeah,
the dive
Dano's
in.
Batman.
Yep. That's all right. Bit of cold water. I went swimming in the bay today.
Did you?
What?
Yeah.
What bay? The bay?
Port Phillip Bay.
Oh.
Rehab. You know, for me.
Okay, yeah.
My
I'm
horrible,
with you.
horrible,
Horrible.
drug addiction.
No,
Cold
no.
water. That's the only
It's,
thing that does it.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Well,
Have you heard of the Wim Hof?
You seriously got into the ocean today.
Got into the ocean
Do you-
today.
do you-
I'd been swimming laps and had a sauna. I was the body temp was up, but I went out there had a swim. It was-
That's even worse, because that's
Great.
even colder if your body temps
yeah.
up.
That's the whole point of it. Have you heard of the Wim Hof method? It's
No.
Is that what the footy dudes do?
Yeah, it's a combination of breathing techniques and extreme cold, which apparently
Okay.
is really good for lots of parts of your body.
Does
your
it sound a little
cardiovascular
bit like
system.
And
Yeah,
then
that's right.
so that's first, and then
when you urinate in your bathing suit?
yeah, it's that Swedish stuff. Yeah, you get to have a hot
Is that
sauna.
Swedish stuff, yeah?
Sauna.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you,
right.
you jump into the ice.
Oh, those
So
polar
it's the
bears.
same.
The
It's-
polar bears.
Yeah.
well, that's not the Wim Hof method, but yeah, we're
Sounds
saunering
like
and
does.
going.
Wim Hof.
It's the Wim Hofs. Are you going to jump in the water or are you a Wim Hof? I don't know. Personally, I'm a polar bear.
Yeah, that's
Big, cuddly polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of an otter, apparently.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a very tall, non-hairy man. Which
that
in
your
the gay
sp- your spirit
in
animal?
the gay world,
Okay.
you know, you
so-
got your bears.
Okay.
They're very hairy.
Oh,
But,
really?
and
Is
the
that,
otters-
is that
the
your,
otters-
your gay stereotype?
Yeah,
You're an
yeah.
otter.
No, it's just otter is because he constantly looks wet. Your skin's all really shiny. Yeah.
And he builds good dams with his teeth.
Just a hot tip on the back stuff. I would suggest jumping in that Epsom salts, the salt bath.
So what
Yep.
is? But you were going back to the Ipsenhof.
Oh, the Wim Hof.
The Hoffenhaus.
Oh, you want to know
What
about
is
it?
it?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I do.
basically a breathing technique with lots of deep breathing in more than you breathe out, heavily for a long time, and then you hold your breath for the 10 seconds, and then
Oh, the
then you
deep,
let your
deep.
breath out, yeah, and then hold your breath on the outward breath, and then you hold it out for as long as you can, and you can find yourself after oxygenating your blood, you can hold your breath for some phenomenally long times. And
Oh,
when
that's what these dudes are doing when they do that deep.
Yeah.
That's them pulling a rope, by the
Dudes
way.
do when they
Oh,
do
like
the
it.
deep dive.
and apparently
What
it
those do,
alkalizes your blood,
Okay.
pH.
Because
and-
I can never beat 1.5 laps underwater holding my breath in my pool. So maybe that's a technique. that I-
I've seen you. You've got a pretty good technique with your laps. I think I've seen you do more than 1.5.
Okay.
I myself, if it's ever in a movie, like I don't know if you ever saw that Piranha movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he has
Piranha
like-
3D.
Maybe I don't know which Piranha it was, but there
There
was,
was
a
lots of
scene where
bikinis and blood.
he had to. Yeah, that's the one
I
with
saw
titties.
it.
Yeah,
I
the
saw
blood
it.
and the titties.
Had titties.
He had to dive off the boat down into the lake, and then there was some hatch that he had to swim down, and he was swimming down a corridor, and then he had
Nah.
to turn the thing so that he could drain so the piranhas would flood out. It's never going to happen. The scene was like 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that scene and
never do
hold
it.
your breath for the
I was-
entire time?
I just a freak out right now even thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I could ever go down and through something.
I lose
Spooky.
my breath when I swallow a glass of water. Like,
Do you,
Because it's not alcohol.
yeah, that's right. It's that. What is that? Devil's water.
it was vodka. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
What's that?
have you got any?
What, vodka?
Yeah.
No, I don't actually.
Okay,
No.
that's fine.
Speaking of which, do you guys suffer from any thalassophobia?
Thalassophobia.
Fear of the deep? Fear of the sea?
I'm going to say
Yes.
kind of yes. No, because we've had this talk when we went away for, I want to say, New Year's.
Yeah. Okay.
We went down to the beach, and I had I had an icky time.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't get in the water that day, but you had to because you have kids.
No, I had to. Beaches stress me out. I'll say that much. So I don't know if it's because of fear of the water. I don't really like going out there. So I guess so. But I don't like the management that has to happen at a beach. Like if you got kids, you got to watch two kids doing this and that, and then you got the water issues, the unpredictability of waves,
The seaweed.
the sand, the seaweed, the sun, because
sun.
I'm a redhead. So
The wind is a big one.
wind.
Yep.
So pretty much everything.
About the beach you don't like.
I had a catchphrase. I can't remember what it
Yeah,
was.
we
It was
tried to
something,
think of that.
something to
Yeah, that-
see. I'll try and think of it. I might
But
have
you
written
don't
it down.
like, you like the journey, the idea of going to the beach.
Right. Yep.
The journey to the beach.
Likes
loading
going
up
to the beach.
Loading up the picnic basket. But you don't actually like entering the beach.
No, I don't. I
Do you
don't
like looking at it
I like-
from the car
from the car park.
where it's warm
Yeah,
or
beach,
cold?
Beach car parks, high on my list of beach likes.
Okay.
Beach
There's also
itself,
other
low on the list.
marginalised communities in Victoria that love beach car parks, and I'm sure you're not one
No,
of
but
those.
it's this thing like we're all Australian, and it's like at least we've got our Cunburned Sundries. You know what I mean?
Cunburned
Yeah,
Sundry.
that's what you say. A sunburnt
I often
country,
think at
sorry.
least I have my Cunburned
Is that the
Sundry.
name of the- is that the name of the episode?
I don't know.
Cunburned episode.
But we're supposed to like beaches.
Yeah.
You know, you got your beach, you got this beach, you got your 90 Mile beach, your Squeaky Beach, you got your.
There's thousands of them.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I won't list them all now.
We're surrounded by them.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
Forced. Yeah, you're forced into liking something. It's like
yes, don't beach.
doing the Macarena or the forced dance move.
Saying
Don't
it's some
treat-
kind of Stockholm syndrome.
It is. Don't treat me like a beach.
Yeah.
I don't want. There's something in that. There's beach. My beach.
Your beach.
My beach. My beach.
You don't surround me. I swim on you. I
That's
love
right.
you. Love you.
I don't
No,
like
no.
the deep water. It's
No, deep water. Yeah.
yeah, that's the typical thing. The squids, the sharks, the blue tongue things. Not blue.
So
tongues,
you are the blue
blue
jellyfish
rings.
guys.
And then they're like,
Yep.
all the plastic bags and the poo
Yeah,
that
that's
gets
yeah.
washed into the
Yep.
ocean.
So are you just let me just humor you here for a second. A bit of weird beach science. You're more of a savoury guy, right? As opposed to sweet,
Correct.
right? Are you more of a sweet as opposed to savoury?
Yeah, sweet.
Quite, yeah.
Sweetie.
Okay, so you like the beach.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Bit
I'm
of a
going to
fan.
propose that savoury people aren't
I like where you're going.
necessarily beach people.
Now, if you love the beach and you are a sweetie, why don't you hit us up on Turnstyle Records Presents, the Escape Pod.
On Turnstyle Records Presents on Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Or if
just
you're
hit us
a scientist,
Mm.
with you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know what
if
to
you
do
could-
with the latest
You
study
can
grant.
prove something. Or
You
you've got
know,
nothing.
there's
Or you've
something.
got nothing to prove.
There's
yet
a
you
study.
need to prove something.
You'll get some fundage for that, I reckon.
Oh, definitely, yeah, because it'd make the papers, wouldn't it? Especially Australian news.
Ah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So coming up, quick break. We'll be back in a second.
Ladies, do you know the benefits of having real facial hair? Hi, I'm Rudolph Bernstein, owner and CEO of the Melting Faces Cosmetic Laboratories. What? Women's facial hair? How? Why? Well, we summon the gods from Celtic, Viking, and ancient Egyptian practices. Why? Be noticed in the boardroom. Be first in line for movie tickets. Forget using the ladies. You can now feel free to defecate or urinate on any vertical surface, just like your male counterpart. So be empowered with your thick, natural women's facial hair every time. 333 Ingrown Avenue.
Bondi Rescue is what you want to watch if you're into the beach.
Oh, if you want
really
to turn
good.
off the beach,
No, well,
that turns me off, man.
it's yes and no with that because you know that they're going to save you and they're great guys.
Oh, okay.
They're all Aussie coppers.
spunks.
Yeah,
Aussie
they are.
spunks.
Oh man, like dreamy, all of them. Really nice guys. You'd have a beer with the Bondi Rescue guys, but I don't know if you're going to ever want to dine with My Kitchen Rules. Or
Yeah,
something
true.
Like that.
Okay. I
So
see
if
where
you,
you're
if
going
you if you like a reality show, why don't watch?
I want to compare your reality shows to other reality shows. What about a good old fashioned North?
East. West.
South.
It's the news.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
That's right.
You
You
were
were
talking
speaking-
about the
I
news.
sort of-
I thought we were going to talk about different shows that were based on the beach.
No.
I was going to say Water Rats is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Water Rats. You got
Wasn't
your
that Rivers?
Rivers.
Weren't
No,
they,
Rivers was on
Mate, we're not
Heartbreak
We're
High.
not talking about no rivers.
Right.
Unless the river meets the ocean, which of course it does eventually. Summer Bay. What's that one?
that's Home and Away.
Home and Away.
Yep.
Home and Away.
It's beach related.
Baywatch.
Sure.
Baywatch was a classic.
Baywatch, of course. Hawaii 5-0.
God damn.
Miami Vice.
See?
Yeah, true.
There are so many. So many.
So many more.
2.5 Men.
It's
The house
based
was
on the.
That's
on a
Miami.
beach, which
Remember
I
when-
did say Miami.
Remember when the Fonz jumped over the sharks?
Where was that?
It was at the beach.
Was it?
Well, it's
I
not
think it
doing
was
it
at-
in a river.
I think it was at Arnold's.
No, that
in the
was
car
the
park.
that was the
was the shark.
the bins or something like that.
Anyways,
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Jump in the
while we're
shark.
going there.
I think you'll find that. Can you fact check that?
I think you'll find that the
Fonzie
Fonz jumped
jumped
over
the sharks. Where?
with he had water skis on for starters and a leather
Oh,
jacket.
yeah, that
and
did
then,
happen.
And leather Tuscadero was present at the
That did happen, but
the
when
motorcycle jump at Arnold's.
that would be when he jumped the shark, because how else would he jump for a shark
Yeah,
if he wasn't? True. Can you find out what happened?
I'm on it.
Okay, good.
good.
It's the news.
It's the news.
It's only. I only put this "It's the News" in because it kind of relates to hopefully our demographic of this room.
So
At least half of us.
white men, aged 45 to 70.
London police shut down a rave in an abandoned Toys R Us. That would have
they've
been
closed
sick.
down.
So
Toys
that's
R Us.
in London.
Yeah.
So they've kept them alive. They've kept them open here in Australia.
Toys R Us, yeah.
But they've closed them all down in London and
US,
Americas.
Hmm.
And West London police tweeted that they disrupted an unlicensed music event in the town of Hounslow. Hounslow. And it turned out it was a rave
Is that a
organised.
Solo?
Hounslow.
Solo.
Hounslow. Hounslow. Yeah.
Continue. Sorry, Tim.
His cousin. It turns out a rave was organised in an abandoned husk of a Toys R Us store, which would be sick. They would have been sick, right?
If it had toys in it, Is it
I don't know.
just an
the
empty
whole-
building or the
you know?
concept.
I was thinking that's what they could do with all the old abandoned masters.
They're coming back. Aren't
Oh
they?
yeah, warehouse.
Yeah, warehouse parties.
I think
Techno's
I
back,
just like
baby.
this- I
Techno
just
is
like
back.
the
You can fill
last-
warehouses with plenty of revelers.
Oh.
I just like the last line of this report. That these ravers probably don't want to grow up because maybe if they did, they'd have to be charged with trespassing as adults, and that's no fun. But I was more surprised about the fact that they're actually calling them ravers, which is when we turned off. When I personally turned off raving, was that
when people started saying,
no,
oh,
we
you're
were
a
trying to
raver.
get into a nightclub, and the girl was like that we were with, who wasn't really part of our group, and she was like arguing with the bouncer. You got to let me in, man. I'm a raver.
Oh, no.
And I went,
Whoa.
and I'm
I'm
out.
out.
I can't ever go ever again.
So
You
when are you
ruined
going
it
to do
for
that
me.
with DJing?
Very, very soon.
I'm a
How do you
DJ.
know I haven't already done that long ago?
I know you haven't done that because I've seen the lines of the hordes of people lining up to go see you at 56 Bricks on
All the
Saturday.
fans,
night.
man.
Yeah.
Fans.
All the fans. Timmy
Enjoying
Taco.
Enjoying that gig.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all.
Well,
I
that's
got.
your Melbourne by Melbourne. Check out 56 Bricks if you like old school hip hop. Chapel Street. I'll give them a shout out. I don't like anything, and I like that club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why were you booing me then? Jeremy loves booing me.
Yeah.
In fact, when we were at a
time to
gig
time.
once, and you can appreciate this, Shaunos, we were at a gig once, and Jeremy was doing his usual shtick between him and I, where he stands at the side of the stage, boo, boo. It's to encourage me, right? I get
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah.
giving me a hard time. You know,
To
Banter.
keep you down,
Yeah.
so you don't get.
and I had one of the boys, whoever it was, one of the heads, come over to me and go, who's this guy? You want me to bash
Want me
him
to
for
sort
you?"
this one out
No,
for
that's
you?
my brother. That's your brother. Why is he booing her? Oh, no, because he likes me.
Yeah, tall poppy's thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, he's doing you
Keeping
he's
it
doing you a
grounded, man.
service there.
Yeah.
But also, I've done a service. I've looked up Fonzie jumping the shark.
Oh, yeah?
Got some footage here.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Can
Shark.
we get some audio? Well, that's
We have some audio.
stock footage they've used for that shark. Faux
Straight
show.
to it, Shaunos. There you go.
Okay, it says shark.
And this is where the expression jumping
Jeremy,
shark.
do you want to just describe?
Okay, so Fonzie's in his leather jacket and his blue short shorts. Looks like Richie Cunningham's driving.
Coming towards a jump.
Why is Richie driving?
Yeah, that's a Richie job.
It's a typical Moomba style jump just ahead.
You're not going to have Ralph Malf driving, are you?
No. Nah, or Potsy.
Potsy doesn't know how to drive.
Fonzie's got his leather jacket, still sporting it, with some sky blue.
How can you
Short
accept the
shorts.
challenge? It wasn't me, it was you.
That's Potsy.
Potsy's there.
Yeah, he's got to be in the audience because he's got to do a song later.
Oh, yeah.
And as it gets
There we go.
a little bit more tense,
Oh, yeah, it's building up tension. I can hear the music.
you can see the shark. The shark's coming.
Oh, here it comes.
No, Fonzie.
But he knows he's going to jump the shark, so he knows it's there.
Yeah, but it's going to cut right in between
Oh,
halfway
cut to
through
an
the
ad.
jump. Well, it cuts it next week. Though.
Oh, really?
Next
Cliffhanger.
time. Next time, man.
He's in the air. He's got some style.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh,
Oh, it looks like he's fucked it.
he's cleared it with
actually,
fine form.
He made it.
He
He made it. Yeah,
He made it.
Strange
Who would have
enough.
thought?
And so what was happening there was obviously a shark in a net, a circular net.
Ah,
scenario.
so it's trapped.
Yeah, so
It's cruel
Had to
to
jump the
animals.
shark, and only Fonzie is the only motherfucker badass enough to jump a shark in a net.
So Happy Days, made in the 80s, set in the 50s,
yes.
right?
Hmm.
It's not older than that, though.
It finished in 1984.
So same time as MASH?
I would say around that same time.
Okay.
Yes. There was all the shows were based on the 40s and 50s.
Okay. That was the 60s MASH, wasn't it?
No, MASH is
70s.
North Korea.
So is that 70s?
Korea
I don't
War,
know.
Korean War. So, ooh,
Fact, my fact.
Sleep
I've got another segment that I'd like to introduce, which I've been trying to work it in. You might have heard me say that. It kind of ties in with It's the News. It's
oh,
we,
wait. It's We're doing another
chop
chop
me
out.
out. It's chop
That's
me
right,
out.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I was trying to
intervention.
I was trying to do the double fake on you. This time I was introducing the chop me out, but Shaunish, you pulled out another chop me out card.
I just thought I'd throw that in. You weren't going to do another chop me out, were you?
No, that's it.
You weren't. No, I just
No, I
thought
was
I'd
just-
jump in this now because
Yeah,
we've got to get it in before the end of the show. We got to scratch it. So
Sure, has got a problem.
we've got to chop me out, and so
Yeah,
could
so
we
it's a $5 scratchy card, and
Yep.
what's the one called? What's it called this time?
tonight we've got the Diamond Dazzler.
Bobby Diamond Dazzler.
Yeah.
Who's the Dazzler? No, that's Daryl Summers, right? Isn't he?
Diamond D is.
Didn't somebody have
Van
the
Halen?
Bobby Dazzler. Who is
Bobby
Bobby Dazzler?
Dazzler.
Who is Bobby Dazzler?
No, but I thought we had a Dazzler in Australia.
It's got to be
like-
Daryl Summers.
It has to be.
Yep.
Dazza.
He's Daggles.
Daggles?
He's definitely
God.
dazzling. That
What
old-
was
that old-
yeah, okay.
So while the chop me out's going, we usually have other segments going on the background.
Yep.
I'd like to do a snooze review,
Okay.
re-snooze review on Star Wars. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you a few
reverse snooze.
Reverse snooze, because we did go and see it when it was released, and
It was a stinker. I can say we went to the cinema. We quickly worked out that we can no longer go and see films together
Nope.
ever again.
ever again. I need to be.
We had a lot of beers before we went in.
work breakup,
Yep.
and
Maybe not all films, but like maybe anything Star Wars, Star Trek. You guys
There's
should
any
probably
sort of-
watch it
if there's a
privately.
build-up or a nostalgia about it, we cannot go and see it together because we are going to jump on it the whole time. And I've discovered when watching Star Wars again, rewatching it with my lovely wife.
To say, I know the
In the
feeling.
comfort of your
I
own
got the
home.
same feeling when I watched the remake of Point Break. I wanted to vomit in my
I didn't
mouth.
get to see that. Bad.
Don't even bother.
Don't even
Sean enough. Don't even
enough.
bother.
That was just my interruption.
There you
no,
go.
but it's true, and you're right. You're on the right.
So did you watch it?
I rewatched it. Now, how did I watch it? I didn't pirate it.
Laserdisc.
No, I did it through the phone.
How do you do that?
iTunes, you rent it.
Oh, okay.
It's like going to Blockbusters, but it's on your phone. It's
Okay.
genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
$6,
So yeah, so
was
as much
fine.
as you pay at Blockbuster,
and you don't have to return it, so you're never going to pay. No
and it's
late
always
fees.
available. It's you don't go there and find out.
It
You
was
got to
perfect.
choose.
And just to jump back, I did try to steal it, and it didn't work. I tried to
Okay.
pirate it, didn't work, and I was like, you know what? I'm off it. That's it. That was my last attempt. I'm going to start paying for things again.
Oh,
You know?
wow. How does Cass feel about that?
She
Did
was
that
she was right on board because the first attempt with the pirate, you're getting bad quality.
what if someone calls you halfway through
it rings.
on TV?
Well, we couldn't fling it for some reason to the TV, so we had it plugged in via.
So you watched it
cord.
on the phone.
Yeah, but it was still plugged into the TV.
Sounds pretty bad. $6
But it was better.
How much?
It was better than the pirate version, right?
But aside from that, the movie was better
Okay,
than...
snooze review. So when you can't diss it out, because Cass hadn't seen it, she wanted to have a fresh take, and she didn't want me going, see how they're doing this and see how they're doing that, and that was baloney.
So you committed to saying nothing.
I committed to saying nothing, and I think that might work.
Did you do the
Yeah, I
sideways
did the
look?
sideways look a few times, but suspend your disbelief.
Because I actually did
for
this
2
same
hours.
technique with my wife, but at the cinema and with kids. So I changed it.
So you couldn't say, turn to me and go, Princess Leia's taking too much cocaine.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Yeah, that's right.
She's got a deviated septum.
Because of her usage. No, the kids laughed and liked things that we cringed at, and I went, oh, that's why we hated it. So it made sense. But Ness still picked out all the things I picked out, but just skimmed them rather.
Mary Poppins, Princess Leia.
than... yeah, Mason actually said to me in that scene, how can she do that? Why isn't she dead? I said, I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I don't know, mate. But what did you think?
It's a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's actually pretty
I
good.
actually liked it. We baked the fuck out of it. But
Oh man, I walked out of it.
yeah,
If you recall.
yeah. I
So I'm giving snooze review for Star Wars. Yes, it did take me twice the amount of time to watch it because you have breaks and you stop and
do. Yeah.
intermish.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 0. Oh wait,
Snooze.
0 snooze, or is it 5?
You stayed awake.
I stayed awake the whole time,
So
so
that's
it gets a 5.
Does it? Yeah. That's right in the middle of 1 to 10.
Oh, is that out of 10?
I don't know.
Snooze reviews is out of 5. 0 mean. Anyway, chop me out.
So
Anyway,
it's
I-
good. All right.
It was
So
good.
if anyone
Check it out,
says
check
that
it out.
this
I'll
program lacks direction, I'll thumb my nose at you. So we're going to pick in a couple of names for the Chop Me Out.
Well,
before
we
we
got your...
get into the results here.
has anybody
Ruffle
chopped
the-
us out? I think...
Ruffle the bucket, pick out a couple of names. I think that's Anthony Kavanagh
yeah, there's one out of there.
and Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy.
And we won nothing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
really?
So, boys, we're back to 0.
You'll take a photo of that and you'll post that up on the Instagram
Will I?
page. Yep.
Yep.
I wonder if I've
Yeah,
done
so
the other
no
ones.
chop out this week. Maybe next week.
Yep.
Keep sending in your name and area code
To be in
the
running.
To be in the running.
And
to
also
win a part of the
contribute,
share.
and to be part of the share, send us $1 to Turnstyle Records. So I've got another little thing that I was thinking of. We got him, Sarge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, been trying to make a twist on the theme. We got him, Sarge, and I think I've kind of worked it out. It's cops being cops to cops who are bad cops.
Yep.
So we got him, Sarge.
A bad apple, I think they call them.
Well, it's bad apples. Bad apples being bad apples to cops who are,
essentially rotten.
So we got him, Sarge.
Yeah. Okay.
So I drive around regularly. I see people pulled over. Oh, we got him, Sarge.
Yeah.
But what happens when you turn it on the cops? So I was looking at it. There's a couple of stories here. Like, a good example is undercover cops bashing this cop who... uniformed cops bashing an undercover cop because he's reaching for his badge to go, wait, I'm one of these guys. And they're going... Let's get him, Sarge.
He's reaching for it, Sarge.
It doesn't work like that. I was watching a movie the other night, and there was like a SWAT team going through the whole front room of this bank robber building, They killed everybody in the room, but when they got to Bruce Willis, he said, "I'm FBI," and they hugged him. Like,
Oh, they stopped.
they were like, "He's like, what are you doing? I'm FBI," and they didn't kill him. I'm like, exactly. What happens is you get shot or you get beat up, and they're like, "Open your jacket and find your badge."
That's
they
it.
say,
Get
get down on the ground and we'll sort this out back at the station.
Yeah, then they
Now-
chuck the they put your hand into the gun shape, like over the hand.
right.
Put your
Puts the prints on the thing. He shot. Oh no! Then you shoot a couple of. Yeah.
And then you take the money and the drugs.
Yep.
What Bruce Willis movie was this? I'm interested. I
Oh,
love
it was
Bruce-
the one with
any
the,
of them?
It was the one with the code kid.
It's all of them.
Ah, yeah, I know the one.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another cops. The cops have
get him,
busted this
Sarge,
guy.
yeah.
We got him, Sarge.
Mm.
They must have got him because this guy is the town marshal. So what's that? The head sheriff, the main guy.
Yeah, sounds about
It's not
right.
just a cop. He's a sarge, right?
But I think he's appointed by the public. I think there's a vote for it. I know that's how.
like the E.O. Westy.
Yeah, and I think the town will vote in the sheriff or the marshal. I
Well,
think.
he's being arrested for stealing underwear.
Oh yeah,
We got him, Sarge.
underwear bandit.
We got him. Law enforcement official in Millsburg, Indiana, is facing criminal charges after allegedly admitting to stealing underwear from his son's girlfriend.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you?
She lives in the house.
Yeah.
She lives in the house.
Oh,
2
God.
counts of Class A misdemeanor of taking panties belonging. They wrote panties in here.
Yeah, of course they
belonging to his son's girlfriend, who lives in the house.
Yeah, not,
We got him, Sarge.
not
Does she
a-
pay board?
She probably doesn't pay board, and he's thinking like,
Panties.
What
whatever
are
they
they?
are.
Stop
big
saying.
game.
Stop saying that fucking word. That's what will shut this podcast down.
It will
People
actually.
stop listening.
It will.
Start saying
That
things
was what
like-
was written in the article.
Start saying panties and moist.
Yeah, they don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
No one likes it, Tim.
But I did like this one in America somewhere, of course. No, Argentina. My mistake. Is that racist? Cops fired after being blamed for a ton of pot going missing.
A literal ton.
A literal ton, yeah. And when they got sent to court and all that business, it was 1,000 pounds basically missing marijuana.
That's wait, carry the one.
A ton?
That's a shitload.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they basically said that while it was in storage, mice got in and ate it all. That's where it went.
The mice ate pot.
We got him, Sarge.
What kind of marshal were you? I'm just
You know,
looking
I
at
reckon
what's a
that's
marshal.
bullshit. I have to say that this is absolute bullshit. There's no way that the mice ate the pot. I
No.
say that because they must have been distributing it, because they couldn't have smoked that much pot in that amount of time.
Well, that's it.
No. I've
Yeah.
tried.
No, the mice must have been operating some kind of distribution racket to get
It's a
rid of that much
conspiracy.
pot within that short
We
amount
got
of
him,
time.
Sarge. We got him.
And through my extensive research on documentaries, I've seen dudes put out the weed in order, if you get a seedy batch, there's too many seeds in the weed. You put the weed out in your farmhouse,
Yeah.
and the mice eat the seed and don't touch the weed.
Oh, really?
Now, if
So
these
they
guys
don't
are-
even. Oh, so
They don't even eat the weed. They don't
so
eat the
you
weed
get the
'cause
guy up, the
a
science
little mouse,
type guy.
right, eats a gram of weed. He's not eating any more weed.
No, because he only weighs
He's
a mouse size. You'd have to have 1,000 mice.
eating
On
at
a
1,000
typewriter.
typewriters.
I've got a-
1,000 doobs.
I got a
Like-
theory that mice don't mind a bit of intoxication either. Because I had a mouse problem around my place, so I had to start putting some bait out. I didn't want to, I tried to live harmoniously with them as well, as long as I could, I didn't want to kill the little creatures. They're good,
Fair enough, yeah.
But it got to a point of hygiene, so I had to do the passive-aggressive thing of killing them, the weak thing. Put out some...
It's not really passive. It's just more aggressive.
No, well,
Aggressive.
it's
Killing
not
them
like
and,
looking them in the eye and stab. It's not even putting like a decent. I did try that, but putting a decent trap out where you have to face the dead body. I just put some
Yeah.
bait out so they'd
Okay.
eat it and
and
go
fuck
and
off
die
and
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I did find is that they weren't dying. They were just using the bait as like what I could only assume was a recreational party substance.
Okay, just a few nibbles and
the
then...
whole box went, and the mice never stopped, but they came back for a little bit more each night.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
So you have a serious mouse problem.
Yeah.
Because 40 of them that ate the box are dead, and you've still got 50 of
Oh,
them.
now you got 50 Jones and mice.
Oh, yeah, that's what you don't want.
Itching for it.
That is what you don't want.
No.
They're like little vermin Beetlejuices running around my house in the middle of the night.
Yes, well, I've had all my rats and mice problems.
How's
so
your dishwasher?
Yeah, that's right. It's full of mice. No, they've gone. All the mice are gone.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
because
seasonal,
that house
man.
is seasonal.
Seasonal, man.
Is it
Like-
really?
yeah, of course it is.
Fucked.
Yeah.
I think they, there's
It's true. They seed in
peaks and troughs.
They seed after autumn, and they don't start sprouting until just before summer.
Are we talking about
or bean, but mice or beans.
or weed?
No, they
What are
say
you talking
don't plant your mice until the first cold weekend of April.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh God! Now, I think we can move on from what was that? What are we in? Tim?
We got him, Sarge.
we got him.
We got him.
Sarge.
Yeah.
So the marijuana was clearly not eaten by mice,
No.
and
That is that.
they're going to jail.
Yeah,
Those
we got him,
crooked
Sarge.
cops.
We got him.
Yes. I wanted to do my feelings.
Feelings, my feelings.
Yeah.
I wish I had the theme. I'm not gonna hit it.
Don't worry about it.
This is going straight up. So
Yeah, do it. This is about how I should feel about something that's happened to me where I don't know how I should feel at
should
the
you
time.
be feeling the feelings that you're
That I'm-
feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feelings, my feelings. So we're out to go to the comic show last night. And
Oh, yeah, we're back to the
last
dinner
night.
story.
Dinner story.
Okay.
So we went to a pub. I don't know if I'm going to name the pub because
Nah,
the
don't
food,
name it.
the food was great.
Flippity sticks.
Yeah, flippity sticks. The food was actually really good. It was well priced. It was
Yep.
a pub meal. They did really well. It was packed on
$100
Tuesday night.
burgers.
Well, it must have been the Inkerman Hotel down on Inkerman Road in St Kilda East. That's
Big
a
shout
great
out
venue.
to the
Oh,
Inkerman.
Melbourne. No, it was all good. Tuesday night packed, reasonably priced, good food. I had a half Parma. I didn't want to go a full Parma because I had to
Well,
go
they do the half.
I had a half
I like
option.
that. I
a
like
half
that
option
half.
because I didn't want to fall asleep during the show. And if you have a full Parma, sometimes it comes out as big as your head.
When you
True.
order the half Parma, does the music stop?
Yeah.
Everyone look at you.
Well, that's what kind of happened. So there was the reason why I'm not going to name names is because the food was good, but the place was clearly a bit of a shambles. My seat was in the laneway of where everyone was walking, and it's an old building, so the floorboards. Every time someone walked past my seat went down a little bit and there's a rickety board
Yep.
underneath the like 75-year-old carpet, which
Yep.
is another issue.
Do you want to take the sting out if I put some music behind your story? Will that help you?
Please,
Okay.
Is this an OH&S sort of a problem,
Yes.
or it is?
there's
Or is it a design, because you've got
It's a
carp
multi-
material background? Is that what's getting you going about it?
multi-leveled.
It's emotional.
It's all these things.
Seem quite distressed.
Tim, you got that music there?
For our listeners, Jezbot is actually also visually distressed,
Yeah, because
or visibly distressed.
Is that okay?
that's good. So what happened was basically, it's crammed. It's packed out, and it's just a pub meal sort of scenario. We're in the bistro and
Bistro.
the bistro, and it's decorated with a lot of Jesus paraphernalia.
Okay.
He's on the cross as a white Jesus. He's on the cross as the funky black Jesus out from the 70s.
Okay, he's
you know?
carrying the
He's
cross.
carrying the cross. he's got the thorns. He's been all Jesus,
Yeah.
Okay.
But white, mostly white Jesus, which
Yeah, standard Jesus.
standard Jesus. And
You got your baby cheeses.
Uh-huh.
You got your Continue.
all those other.
That's all I
Jesus.
got.
Yeah. Anyway, so we order having a pint, very cramped packed. The table next to us are waiting for their meal. The music was going just like this.
Uh-huh.
I reached for my phone to pull out my photos. I wanted to show them. And I just did a slight reach, because I had a thick pea coat on. So I can't really, my movement in my shoulders isn't very...
Pea coat?
Yeah, it's a pea coat that has 3 buttons.
Oh,
6
gotcha,
buttons. It's
gotcha.
a nice black jacket because I'm going out to a show.
Sure.
I've got my shoes on, I've got my jeans.
Okay.
You're going to town, coat.
I'm reaching for the phone, only do a slight backwards reach around.
And a bunch of cops started bashing you. I'm FBI! Yeah.
4 Timmy Tacos go smashing out of the waitress's hands that was standing directly behind me. Hadn't done the tap on the shoulder.
So a tray of tacos.
A tray of tacos goes upside down.
Well, whose fault?
Well, this is my feelings, Tim. This is where we're going. This is where we're going.
So you've basically elbowed the plate
I have
out of the waitress's hands.
flipped it over in one foul swoop. With just the slight, because it's so cram-packed, dudes. It's like, it's everywhere. And now the people who were expecting their Timmy Tacos, they're up on a platform.
They saw it all.
It's a step up, and then there's another table stepped up. So they're looking down at us.
Oh, that was our tacos.
And forevermore
that
after
idiot
that event.
just fucking hit our tacos on the floor.
Right. So everyone turns around in the whole pub because it smashed 4 plates, and
Damn.
I think there might have been drink on there. I immediately go into Jezbot mode. Oh, sorry. Oh, shit, fuck, sorry. Turn to the people,
Yeah.
going, oh,
Well,
dude,
what are you going to do? What are you going to say?
man, like, sorry.
What can you say?
My brother-in-law, Tim, that's confusing, but my father-in-law's Tim, my brother-in-law's Tim, and your Tim, and Cassie
I'm your brother.
Cassie wants to put us up for Family Feud so that we can do this is my brother Tim, this is my other brother Tim. This is my
You'd get
father.
on for sure,
yeah,
Grant
okay.
Daniel would love that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The gags all day.
Okay.
With the Tim gags. If I was named Tim, it would be better. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm sorry. And Tim goes, stop apologising. We saw that. Cass and I saw that. That was 100% not your fault.
Well, technically it's not your fault because they've got a.
No tap on the shoulder.
So
Surely there's a bit of protocol as a food and beverage handler that you are taught or at least learn over time that the customer is a wild beast that can move and do their own thing. They have a mind. It's like they have a mind of their own and could move unpredictably at any moment.
Sure enough.
And you kind of have to be aware of that.
Flailing hand guy that advertise your business.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
He's waving his hands all around. You never know
That's
where
right.
the hands are going to go.
Derek has just got really excited about his quarterly reports. Someone's going on about the Penske file.
That's right.
Yeah.
They throw their hands up, but I didn't even do that motion. Sober as a judge, I'd had like 4 or 5 pints. I'd had 1 drink, so it wasn't I'm so pissed that I didn't see what was going on around me.
Yeah.
100% in the clear, but I'm still feeling like, ooh, how am I going to use this for the podcast?
Well, did you have to offer? Were you supposed to offer to buy their tacos, or are they obliged to reserve the tacos?
Tacos will be
at
back.
breakneck speed.
Okay, exactly.
I need
She
4
says
tacos double time.
This is what she says. She does not acknowledge me.
Well,
at
because
all.
you're a fucking idiot.
Now, yes, this is how I'm feeling. I feel like a fucking idiot.
Right.
But as a waitress, it should be, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That is 100% my fault. We're so lucky it didn't get on your nice pea coat. Because that would have ruined your night.
Because that's all we're worried about.
Just had it dry cleaned.
Yep.
True story. And she said, tacos will be back in 5 minutes. She said, she grabs the first load of slops off the ground.
To reserve.
to
put it back. I'll be back in a minute.
And goes out to the kitchen and says, will be 5 minutes. Those tacos were back. They got the second load of tacos quicker than they got the first load of tacos.
Of course they did. Priority tacos.
But my feelings is, what should I feel pissed off today that the waitress and the owner didn't make me feel comfortable about fucking up so badly, royally?
Well,
Boys, I put it to you. and listeners. What?
You know, you could understand. You
It's
could
not fair.
want a bit more effort, but you didn't get any on you, and you know, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, and no, but you know,
Wouldn't you want
let
to
it go? Let it go.
Yeah, I think you need to let it go.
You've got empathy. You surely you would say, "Oh, that was sort of my fuck up. He fucked me up, but
Definitely, but
let's make him feel better for it.
She
Let's
could
get
be
him a drink.
Oh,
She could
no,
be
no,
useless.
no.
What about getting me a drink?
No.
For being like
No.
could have been the third
singled
meal
out.
she'd spilt that night, and the
Yeah,
fact that
this
she
is the
spilt
thing.
it could
If you're-
be her neck.
Back to
She's
the OH&S.
obliged. She's obliged to maintain control in her service area. Like that's her task.
She could have been on the edge of employment, and she's gone back to the head chef and blamed you. She's thrown you under the bus, and an apology or anything offered to you is an admission of her own guilt.
She's 10 taco Tina.
10
That's what they call her.
That's right.
You order 5, it takes 10 to get it out.
Yeah, that's right. She's dropped 10 tacos so far.
Yeah. But
That's right.
100%, she did do that. She went into the kitchen and went, this.
Fucking as
Drunk.
if you're not gonna.
Now, I've got some sweaty chef's nutsack on my half Parma.
Probably.
Oh, you've definitely got that. You've got testy Palmer.
But when things like this
Half-
happen, you can only think at least it's good for your immune system. That's what I think. You know, these things
Yeah.
probably happen. They probably happen
It's a
all
boost.
the time. But
it's a
you know,
boost. You
Well,
got a boost.
I got the boost from their less than adequate toilet situation. That was
Oh,
going on.
yeah.
All right,
It's always
he's
fun.
really going for him.
Yeah.
Always fun.
And Cass walked past.
I'm glad
it's
you
like
didn't
you
say
went.
who it
You went
was.
from the main pub to the bistro, and there was an outside sort of alleyway. It
Yeah, I
was a
think I
weird
know where you
setup.
are. Yeah.
But you walk past the male toilets, and she said, "What's that smell?" I said, "Well, that's urinal cakes, babe. Urine cakes. The
sure, she doesn't
Forbidden
know.
yellow lollies.
little yellow
Yeah,
cakes."
Forbidden. I'm glad you
Didn't know.
whoever taught you that said that word in front of it.
Learned that the hard way.
And
Yeah.
for the 5 female listeners that we have, if you don't know what a urine cake is, it's something that establishments put into the urinals for the men's toilets.
Yeah, and can I just
So
say
to
it's
soak up. This
no.
stench
This
of
is what it is.
Yeah.
This
They're
is
not
what
made
it
of
is. Can I say
urine.
what it is? It's the cherry on the cake, right? So,
How so, Tim?
well, because I'm truly against like
They're
if
not
a
toilet
woman.
garnishes.
No, if a woman women were required to stand at a wall and urinate on a wall next to somebody, they would go, "What the fuck are
We're
you
not
talking
doing
about?"
this anymore.
No, we're not doing that. If you gave them a target of a cake,
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
We went, yes.
right? So it smells, right? It's there, and all the guys
Slightly
piss on
are
entertaining.
aware of it. It's adding to the disgusting nature of pissing on a wall next to a guy.
Yeah.
It's the cherry on the cake.
Well, they put it there so you aim. Sometimes they put ice down the bottom. If you don't have the cake, the yellow
Yeah.
cake, they put ice in clubs.
Oops, got your shoes down,
Some-
mate.
sometimes they'll put a fly on
I've
like
seen that.
a sticker fly on the urinal, so you
know,
try to piss it off. So they actually piss on the wall, not on the floor.
Even better than that, in Japan
okay.
they had a little target which linked to a video game. So you could, if you were good on the target, at first it was like a Street Fighter 2 setup with a person next to you.
No shit.
Okay. Can I
thought
just
of that
say,
idea.
adding
Yeah,
adding a whole new dimension to stage fright.
yeah.
That would be my
Oh.
absolute fucking nightmare.
That's right. That's
A
right.
fucking nightmare.
That brings me to another question:
Well, the guy's going.
quiet pisser or loud pisser? You know,
Oh,
there's an
quiet.
option.
Side of the bowl.
Side of the bowl.
No one knows.
directional
what I'm doing.
silence.
Yep. All nice guys. I'm the
Yeah.
same.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you like
Empathy.
sweet food or savoury food?
Sweet food.
Or
I
the
ever
beach,
thought that about
beach
you.
or rivers.
So it's
Yeah.
got that doesn't. That's right.
Add that to the equation.
Yeah.
While we're on fast food restaurants, I've got something to pull you up on, Timmy Taco. Now, I think you told me that the old Red Rooster down the road
Yep.
is
Oh, fact check.
was the first
Oh.
Red Roosters.
Oh no, we got him, Sarge.
Oh, we do have him.
All right, you got me.
It
I'm
turns
pretty
out
sure-
that
I'm pretty.
let's jump to history, shall we?
Red Rooster. Is this Red Rooster history?
The Callis family, or the Calise family, opened the first Red Rooster store in a Perth suburb of
Oh,
Kelmscott, Western Australia, in 1972. It was not until 1979 that franchising was available.
Okay, so can I say that that's the first one in Melbourne?
Yep, I believe you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
But
Red
it
Rooster?
originated-
Is that a Red Rooster?
I've got a hankering for a Red Rooster roll right now. Even though it gave me chronic food poisoning, I really would like one.
There you go.
If I could have anything right now, it'd be a Hawaiian pack.
Yeah, I'm a good fan of a
classic
banana pack.
with the banana,
With
the
the banana.
pineapple, and the.
Can
that's
you
it.
refry the chips? Just say you do have a deep fryer at your house.
Can you?
You get the chips back to your place. Sometimes they go soggy if traffic was heavy and you haven't had a chance.
Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
The
So
refry?
I'm asking
No.
a
Oh,
refry.
well, we're going to have
Refry.
to test this one out.
Yeah,
Okay.
refrying the chips just to crisp them up a bit.
Is that a segment? What did you put in the food? Stupid
it's either
Beach?
that or Tim's Red Hot Tips because you do cooking tips.
Okay.
'Cause you're doing
I've
all
never
the-
done that. You keep suggesting it. I've actually never fucking done it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway, well, look, we've reached the mark
Mm.
of the close to the end of the show, and as usual, we kind of wrap it up around now.
Being the end of the
Over
show
being the end of the
and
show and all and
You got,
whatnot.
you got any Pfeffernuss there, Tim?
I don't think I've got Pfeffernuss.
Update on the 100th live episode. What episode's this, Tim?
202. What? 202? 102. Yeah, fuck it. Who knows? But I smell something. Do you smell that? It's the music coming up.
Muffins.
And, yeah,
Smells
it's
like
Red
that.
Rooster.
Floor Timmy Taco. When she finished it, Hill and we were walking, I said, there's if you're still hungry, there's some more taco on the floor.
Oh, no.
She-
That's
she
bad.
had a
Fuck this
laugh.
guy. She didn't have a laugh. Did you tip her?
No one
You're a
laughed.
cat.
No one got tipped.
Okay, so I'm Timmy Taco.
Jezbot,
I'm Sean Enough.
thanks for listening.
Bye.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
One pod left, and the three of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape puzzle sounds really nice. Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.